What's up, everybody? So thanks for joining. On today's video, we're going to install a new dash cam in my Sierra. I had the Thinkware U3000, and after 5 or 6 years, it's starting to act up, which I understand can happen, so no hard feelings. In fact, I even purchased their new U3000 in-car dash cam. And as far as dash cams are concerned, if you don't have one, you should get one. The way people are these days, very sue happy. There's a lot of evil out there, and you need to protect yourself, and a dash cam do it. Particularly the Thinkware dash cam, I highly recommend that. It's not one that they're not endorsing me or paying me or anything, and I'm not a Thinkware representative, but over the past 5 years, I've used mine numerous times where it has helped me, and the picture, the clarity, the ease of use is impeccable. With the one exception, the app doesn't work very well, so I'm very excited to see if they've changed the app with the new 3000 or if it's going to be the same interface. So we'll see. So I'm super excited about the new Thinkware U3000 dash cam. Some of the things that I liked about the old one and the new one has as well is the superior vision at night. The picture is crystal clear, it's not pixelated. The other things that I like with the new one versus the old is it integrates the radar. That is another module that's on my windshield that is integrated now inside the dash cam. And the different sensors that are built into it, like for example, it has a sensor that senses when the traffic is pulling away from you and gives a slight non-aggressive ding to go. Lane merging, things of that nature too. So there's some safety features built in. But again, like I was saying before, is if you don't have a dashware, I mean, you can get them as cheap as $100 and some, I think, on Amazon. This one was, depending on what you get and what bundle you get, anywhere from, I think, $3.99 to $5.99. But again, you get what you pay for, in my opinion. I have not tried all the other ones, so I can't speak for them. But in my opinion alone, the Thinkware dash cam has been superb for me. So let's get it going and start to install. Hopefully I can reuse the same harnesses and things of that nature in this one that I've already got in through the A-pillars and through the dash, because I've got it plugged into my OBD2 port. I just will need to remove the cord that plugged into the old dash cam that ran the radar. But let's see how that goes. Let's open the box and see what comes inside. We open it up. We have inside, you have the actual dash cam. It's changed just a bit. I guess because the radar is built into it, it's much thicker down where the camera is. Hopefully I can use the same mount that's on my dash that slides into these 3 holes and mount it right up. And there's the rear camera. It has changed slightly, but still uses is it a micro USB or mini USB? It's the old phone cord charger type of port. Forgive me not knowing exactly. Oh wow, this one came with the OBD2 port cable. So I actually bought one on Amazon, so I can send that back. That's nice. But again, I hope I can use my old one. Then a cigarette lighter charge port. And the cord that goes back to the camera, which is the same as what I'm using now. Thank goodness. Let's see if I can get it to where you can see. There you go. So now I don't have to take apart my floorboard going through the back of the truck. does look like it's a different mounting bracket, so I'll have to get that off of my windshield. And comes with this little thing lens there. I'm assuming is the same as it was on the old. It's like a blue light filter. It gives it's a CPL filter, and you can clearly tell the difference when it's on there. And then heat blocking film, that's something new. And it came with a 64 gig mini drive, but it's compatible up to 256. So I went ahead and got the 256 because it's continuously recording, and then when it senses when you go over a big bump or if it senses an impact, obviously it's going to save that footage. And you also have a button that you can press on the dash cam itself to record the video. But as I said, it's recording all the time. And then with the radar that's built into it, it allows you when the car is off and it senses that somebody's nudged your car or hit your car, it will start recording the footage at that time. And the computer inside of the dash cam is programmed inside to not use energy and conserve it for longer battery life, and doesn't affect your battery as much as you would think. Some of the other things that come in it are the wire holders. These are little stickers that go on to different places where you want to mount your wire. To be honest, I'm not sure what that is. And then a plastic pry tool. What you would end up doing is prying down your roof just ever so slightly with this to tuck the wires up in the roof panel so that they're not dangling in front of you. So you can see all the stuff that comes with it, all laid out and we're ready to go. So I've pulled the old U1000 out of the car, just so you can see the differences, just a difference in size. Unfortunately for me, the mount is different, so the holes are different on the back. The other benefit that I want to say with the Thinkware dash cam is that it comes with this double-sided tape mount that's 3M, and it's very strong. We watch a lot of dash cam videos on YouTube, and it seems like every time they get hit, the dash cam's up with a suction cup and it flies off everywhere. With this sticker, I mean, it's not going to come off in an impact, and I'm wondering even how I'm going to get the other mount off to mount this one without hurting my windshield. So there's my mount from before, and then the radar module is right here. So I've got to take that off, and then the wiring harness that I used before, as you can see, like I mentioned, crap, it's not the same type of connector for this rear cam, so I'm going to have to rerun all of it, and it'll run up in your ceiling. There's a bolt here and a bolt here to loosen this out, and then this will come out, and then you would take the wire down through the dash, down through the step panels, and then to the back. Okay, so now I've removed the old dash cam mount. I used a brand new razor and Windex, or glass cleaner of your choice, to kind of lubricate the razor, and it peeled right off. I removed the radar and pulled the wiring harness, the old harness, down out of the ceiling up here. It's a tight fit, so you need to use that tool. So now I've got to remove this plate and remove my grab handle, and so that this can pull off. And you have to be extremely careful because there's an airbag back in here. Don't even look at it, because you don't want to mess with that. And then I'll take the side panel off here to run the wire down to the floorboard and the OBD2 plug-in. and we'll go from there, because I was hoping that the same connectors would work from the U1000 to the U3000, but the plug-in for the rear camera is different. But I am going to use the same power plug that I have, because the difference between the old OBD2 plug-in is it allows you to continue to use the OBD2 plug. It's just a harness that plugs into the OBD2 and then gives you another OBD2 to use for when you take it to the shop or what have you. You're not impacting it or having to unplug, plug, unplug, unplug. I know you don't do it much, but still it's nice to have, because it takes the old OBD2 out and mounts in its place, so it's a factory finish. Okay, so now that I got this piece and this piece pried out, in my truck it's a 10mm bolt, so I'll just loosen these two bolts. And also I need to loosen these screws here to release the tension on this roof panel, because this is what's holding this roof panel up in one of the places, so that when I pry this back, I can tuck the wire in there, because I don't want to crack this or scratch it, because it's an Alcantara, which is that fancy feeling stuff that, sorry, I'm not a fabric person, but it's an upgrade in the Denali Ultimate, and I don't want to mess that up. So as soon as I loosen these, I'm just going to loosen it to pull it out some. Again, there's an airbag behind there, and then I'll pull the wire through. I may end up having to take it all the way off, but let's see. Okay, so I have ran the wire down through the floor, underneath the floor moldings and up through the dash behind the airbag, and got enough slack to go down to here, but I'm going to leave it out. And I put the wire, forgive me, that loom type of tape. It's not electrical tape, but it protects the wiring. And I did it in a flat fashion to make sure that the two wires are side by side, and tight, as flat as I can get it. So when I pull this down, it'll easily stuff into the roof panel. I've also loosened the bolts here, and my mirror was held on with a TX10 star bit screw. So there was 3 of those, and I loosened it, and it brought the mirror down so that I could get a little bit of play here on the Alcantara. I don't want to scratch it or tear it or anything like that. And then I'll figure out where I have to mount the dash cam. I want it in the middle here, between the cameras that are already up there for all the surround sound and the safety features, and the my car has the Super Cruise, so there's cameras up in here too. But I'm going to mount it right below there and run the wires up here and back down the roof, so that it will be all concealed in factory look. So let me get the mount pieces. Remember, there's that heat shield tape that goes on first to the windshield, and then on the back of the mount is another 3M tape that goes on top of that. But make sure you don't put that heat shield tape too low that it's blocking the camera. Okay, so I'm going to put the mount on to give it a trial kind of look and fit. They have an open hole. You see the 3 holes, and there's the 3 tabs on the back of the mount. They push right in, and then it slides over and locks into place. You hear it snap. Obviously your camera goes forward. And so I want to look, let me get my hand out of the way here, and kind of see where I'm going to place it. As you can see, I want to get it as close as I can to that without affecting the cord in the middle of that. So let me see if I can get my mirror kind of out of your way so you can see it. But I want to put it right in the middle, then as close as you possibly can, and still allow room for the cord. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and kind of trial fit what I'm thinking. Well, she's lighting up, so bend that wire a little bit, so I know I'm going to have to go down at least that far to get it where the
Insert a memory card.
where see, it's talking to me to install to where my wires will fit.
Insert a memory card.
Yes, ma'am. Let me figure out where I'm going to mount it first. Okay, so I've installed the heat shield, and now I'm gonna. That was a clean windshield too, by the way, for obvious contact, but. And then I should be good. So before I mount it, it'd be easier now to put the CPL filter on it. That comes with a cloth to mount it, to clean it. So I peeled off the original protective film. What it does is it kills the reflections from the dash and all of that. Okay, so I remember that my bottom of my tape is going to go to the bottom of that to give me a reference of where to go with it, but still including some room for mount the wire and to get to the card and all of that, but without having to take it all apart. I already have some wire mounts that we'll use. I'll put another one right there. But I have these left over from where I mounted the other one. I'll reuse them. What you're gonna do is I ran the wire around the plastic here and used the little plastic clips that came with it and went up into the roof panel here. And I used the tool that came with it and one that I had to pry it and then tuck. And it's all up in there. And then down through here, and then I slid the A-pillar protector and the grab bar back on. Okay, I've got all my bolts back in. And now I have to put these caps back in. It's all back together. The dash is back in. Now I got to put the floor step stools back in and then go to the back camera. So I finished installing it. And it's got that seamless look. Got the wires going up and around the plastic with the connectors that come with it. And it's ready to go. Tuck the wires into the ceiling, down the A-pillar, down in the outside of the dash, there in the inside of the dash, down through there, right through there, through the door seal, right down through there, and that door seal, you just removed it, and up the C-pillar with the wires, going into the rear camera, and I've got a wire holder there to prevent it from getting in the door or the window door. So it's all integrated and seamless. Also, the OBD port there that I was telling you about, look, is factory. So it screws back into place there. So the one that comes with it, if you would have left the factory OBD port, they would have been plugged in there, and the GMC place, in my case, wouldn't be able to use it unless they unplugged the dash cam. And there's the car, my beautiful wife of Carlisle. Not the Basset Hound, but the beautiful woman. Well, there's another easy install. Just like I tell you, just gotta have the courage to do it. It's a little nerve-wracking, especially when you're working on your new car or tearing a piece of the, I guess tearing is the wrong word, removing a piece of the dash or A-pillar or attaching wiring to it. It makes you nervous, but usually these kits these days that I've shown have a plug and play harness, which makes it really easy. And with the U3000 that we just installed, the OBD2 port plug-in made it seamless. There's no cutting wires. It's plug and play. That's it. If you have any questions, hit the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. And thanks for the support. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button so that the algorithm will know who we are and what we're doing. And I would appreciate that greatly. Other than that, hope you have a wonderful day or night or wherever you're at. But thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next video.